everybody, KP here, and we're returning with a new clan generator video. We are returning with Reed Clan. I just want to preface this before we get into the recap that I'm going to be a little discombobulated because I've been having trouble technical-wise on getting this to work. So yeah, we're just going to go right into the recap. So basically what happened last episode, we lost two cats, which would be Frost Creek and Rushpaw. We lost them within the span of 1 moon. Pretty hectic. Their mom was pretty distraught over it. Icy Stem. And we are still in war with Goose Clan. Also, Autumntail and Greentail are currently the heads of this rebellion that's rising. And I suspect that Brightpelt and a couple other cats are a part of it. And Crowpelt was suspicious, but I don't necessarily know if that was a bad suspicious or maybe it was good. And we know for a fact that Twolegs is eager to please Breestar, although it looks here that they're happy with Brightpelt, who we know for a fact is Breestar's least favorite child, possibly. No, I think she hates Mellowheart more. But yeah, so that's the recap. We also have the 2 kits and whatnot, but that's the gist of what was going on. We're gonna send everyone out on patrol. Snowfall wanders past an old badger set in the roots of a hazelnut tree, only to freeze. There's a new scent here. We're going to proceed. And they decide there is a smarter way of figuring out if a badger has moved in. They look for a badger scat, and it confirms that there is a new occupant in the set. So I just counted up the prey. They caught a total of 20. I forgot to put in their herbs. They have 2 herbs. They got 20 pieces of prey, so we're going to have to roll for 3. I already have those ones selected. So first is Snake Whisker. It is New Leaf, so we are going to have to roll and get a 6 or higher. And they got a 14, so he is fine. Next was Icy Stem. Again, 6 or higher. She's okay. And lastly was Bog Watcher. She got an 11, so she's A-okay too. Now, there was one thing that I wanted to do. Because the cats aren't pairing up naturally, I wanted to pair up Arkheart and Bog Watcher. Is something I just want to do. So I'm gonna do that. But also I want you to look at the sick cat sprites. My poor baby here is in shock and is just always in shock. But it's okay because his mom still loves him, and honestly her opinion is the only one that matters in the clan. See, they look like they'll have a pretty good match. So I'm gonna pair them up. And yeah, that's what that's going to be. I'm going to look for cats real quick and let you know if I see anything juicy. Icy Stem is thinking about taking on a new apprentice. Yulby wants to be chosen as the new deputy. Snowfall is wondering if StarClan has given Brightpelt any prophecies lately. And Slykit knocks over the leader Breestar, who doesn't like him and his mom. He's trying to start problems. He's just trying. Look at him. This little bully. And Duneshade has seen Yulby's future demise. Oh man, that's not looking too great, especially since Yulby's just feeling ambitious about becoming a deputy recently. Hopefully it isn't anytime soon. We can go on to the next moon, and hopefully nothing too crazy happens. We have, looks like 3 things. A rogue waits at the border, asks him to join, and then Free Spirit's tail was badly injured by a fallen tree, as if her tail hasn't been injured enough. And then it looks like Moonpaw is now Moon Nettle. But this also means that his sister is not a warrior yet, which kind of a bummer for her, for being honest. Alright, so I decided to change it completely. As cute as Twig Willow is, I think I want to change the name, because I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to. So his name is now Willow Reese. I think that's just a cute name. And he's 119 moons, so there's a pretty big chance he's going to retire next moon. And if he does, I'm going to pluck him out of retirement because he just joined, and I'm kind of tired of cats joining my clans just to retire. Breestar would never let that slide. She'd never let that slide. So there's Willow Breeze. Free Spirit. Free Spirit's tail looks exactly the same. What I might do is go in and change the sprite completely. I think at this point her tail is partly gone. I'll give her the half tail. Here's Moon Nettle. Look at him, he looks great. Really proud of his warrior name. And then his poor sister Heronpaw. probably feels kind of disappointed in herself, but she's faithful, so she probably has faith that their leader is just waiting for the perfect opportunity to give her her warrior name, while her mentor, Crowpelt, is probably feeling a little upset that she wasn't able to get her apprentice to Breestar's standards and be able to get her warrior name this moon, maybe next moon if they work hard enough. Okay, I'm a little scared at this moment because during one of my recordings for this clan, we had an encounter with this particular patrol, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared. We're gonna proceed. Coyote. It was a coyote last time too, but it was a lot worse of an outcome than what this is. So perhaps they can return later to take what the coyote left behind. At least nobody got hurt this time around. I'm glad for that. But still terrifying. Still terrifying. So there's a coyote in the territory. Keep that in mind. The patrol is discussing the rumors that they've been hearing about there's a badger denning in a certain part of Reed Clan, which we know is true because of last moon, so we're going to proceed. And, well, the only way to know is to check. Once they find the set, Snake Whisker scrambles inside for a look and comes nose to nose. Why would you do that with the occupant? It's only by the grace of StarClan that they are able to redirect that speed to twist around as fast, shredding fur in clumps as the badger's furious snarling and fizzing follows them up the burrow tunnel. Why would you do that? Snake Whisker is not very bright. He is not bright. Why? Why would you be like, oh, I heard there's a badger. I'm gonna go check it out. And then it goes inside of the badger set. What is wrong with you? I'm so glad you didn't die there, but what is wrong with you? Okay, we're moving on to the next patrol. So boldly eyes daring Bog Watcher to say no. Moon Nettle suggests hunting by Twoleg place, the Twoleg dens and stuff. So this is Moon Nettle being a rambunctious young warrior, just fresh new warrior name, doing stupid stuff, but with Bog Watcher. So let's see how this proceeds. Moon Nettle is seen by Twolegs and is taken hissing and spitting to be locked in a monster den. Overnight they hear Bog Watcher yowling from outside, and the two cats manage to craft an escape, then through a broken window. Shivering, Moon Nettle presses their pelt against Bog Watcher on the way back to Reed Clan. I really hope this teaches him a lesson to not go hunting near people. They will steal you and put you in a cute little collar and name you Bobo or something. Okay, don't do that. Reed Clan cats are getting reckless. They're getting reckless. Maybe they've always been reckless. They've always been reckless, haven't they? Okay, so we got a total of 21 pieces of prey, and we know that we have 24 now, so we're gonna roll. I already have them selected. First is Breestar. Now, Breestar, it's not as bad if she does lose a life, because she's got 8 of them, right? So she needs a 6 or higher, though, nonetheless. And she got a 7, so she's fine. Next was Eelby. Now, could this have something to do with that future demise that, was it Duneshade saw? And Eelby got a 4, and a 4 means they need 1 herb and rest for 1 moon. I'm going to put them in the injured pile real quickly. Heron Paw. She is going to have to roll. Again, she needs a 6 or higher. And she got a 16, so she's fine. I'm going to look through the cats real quick and let you know if I see anything interesting. So I didn't see too much like super interesting, but I did see that both Icy Stim and Bright Pelt are declining to eat when prey is low. So I'm going to keep that in mind for next moon if we have to do any rolling. And then also Arkheart wants to get to know their mate Bog Watcher better. That's just kind of cute. And then there was a couple other things, but not like anything crazy, mostly just people eavesdropping on each other. But they didn't have anything interesting, so I'm going to start climbing. Okay, so Rushpaw sneaks close to the border of the Dark Forest, but dares not to go in. This is new for me. I haven't seen this before. And then lastly, Scorchwind wants to send a message to Autumntail. So I wonder what that message could be. Could it be a part of the rebellion? So we know Scorchwind was formerly a deputy. So maybe he has some information that could be helpful for the rebellion. So now that we looked through all the cats, we can go on to the next moon, and let's hoping that Heron Paw gets her warrior name and nothing too crazy happens. And it looks like Heron Paw got her name, well, Heron Skip, and nothing else happened. So that's a relief. That's a relief. Okay, your patrol finds a kitty pet who's interested in joining the clan. They banter with the cat a bit, making them feel more welcome. So we have Breestar and 20wish. 20wish will do anything to make Breestar proud of them because they just look up to Breestar. They're very loyal, all that. Breestar is bloodthirsty. 20wish was formerly a loner, and Breestar is a great hunter. Now, this is where I'm a little conflicted because me personally, I would just choose to proceed and hopefully get a new cat. But this is Breestar, who I think naturally would antagonize, but she probably also, with the war going on, wants to grow her ranks. And she knows Goose Clan basically takes in anybody they can find. And so they have a large number of cats, all of which are very skilled and loyal. So she might make an exception. Let's roll a dice to figure it out, since I'm a little stumped here. And we got a 6, so that's an even. I'm going to go with proceed. Though they declined politely, the description of clan life seems to have frightened the kitty pet. So they met the cat, but they're not going to be joining. Breestar is probably a little peeved that the cat decided not to join and was frightened by this way, and this might further her hatred of kitty pets and whatnot. So I sent the 2 cats that are known for a fact to be in the rebellion out, and it looks like they've just come across a 2-leg trap. Let's see if they are smart enough to avoid it or if one of them will get trapped. I personally have never had a cat get trapped before, but there's always a new thing that could happen. Checks around them, only for their fur to stand on end as they realize they're standing in a metal tunnel. The trap seems to have been broken, but they decide to leave before the 2 legs come back. So, luckily nothing bad happened to them. It could have though, it could have turned bad really quickly. Okay, your patrol approached a 2-leg nest in the woods while hunting. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they're both, one of them's a loner and one of them was a rogue. So they probably both have somewhat of an inkling of the danger of hunting their 2 legs could be. They could get kidnapped or hurt or a lot of other things. So I'm not exactly certain which one I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna roll. And we got a 15, so we are going to antagonize. A 2-leg kit, a child approaches, and they send him away. It looks like they scratched him pretty bad, that they're bleeding. So let's hope that this doesn't lead unnecessarily negative attention towards Reed Clan and Reed Clan cats, and hopefully the 2-legs don't try and retaliate for harming their baby. Alright, so for the first time in a little while, we have some leftover prey. We have 10 because we got 34 pieces of prey. That is crazy. So we're not going to be rolling for anyone, but I still am going to look through the cats and let you know if I see anything interesting or juicy or lore-wise. So I only saw 2 things. Hornetail wants to send a message to Bog Watcher, and then one other cat. Gold Dapple has seen Crowpelt's future demise. So far this episode, we had Eelby's future demise and now Crowpelt's future demise. And then I also wonder what that message for Bog Watcher is. We'll have to keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. So now we are going to go on to the next moon. Ooh. Okay. Not too bad, but looks like we have a fox problem because Snake Whisker's tail was badly injured by the fox. So we'll have to check that out. And it looks like Willowbreeze misstepped and slipped on a rock, spraining their paw. I think from this point on, I'm making a decision that as long as Breestar is leader, nobody's going to be allowed to retire with... And I might even bring Dandelion Pelt out of retirement just because I feel like Breestar is feeling really anxious about not having a lot of warriors. She has quite a few warriors, but I think she's feeling anxious that she doesn't have as many warriors as Goose Clan. And they are in war with Goose Clan. Although Dandelion Pelt is very old, so I'll wait till next episode to make that decision. So here is Snake Whisker's injury. It looks like he got to keep his tail. It's just scarred up. And then it was you who got a sprained ankle or something. Hold on, I forgot. We needed to look at Lacey. He is cute, but look at him. I really want to know what's going on with his paws. That I do want to know. But he looks really cute and very unique. I don't think I've seen a cat that looks like this before. So it looks like they stumbled onto another old badger set, but there's a new scent there. We're gonna proceed and hopefully nothing terrible happens. They needed to confirm it, but how? They come up with a plan. They're going to see if anything was moved. So it's a good plan that's not gonna get anyone killed. Looking at you, Snake Whisker. Your patrol encounters a clearing where a lot of Twolegs linger. We're gonna proceed. Sly Willow Breeze uses the chance to get food, practicing their best kitty pet impression until just the right moment before darting forward and making off with a sandwich. Trailing behind the patrol, there's a mighty crash above Moon Nettle. They look around wildly just as the world is blotted out by a tangle of heavy branches falling. We're going to proceed, and they manage to rescue Moon Nettle, but they need to be helped back to camp because they are injured. They got a scar. I hope it's not too bad of an injury. That is crazy. A tree fell on them. Alright, Crowpelt finds a wounded cat near the Thunder Path. Now, we have a loyal and a calm cat, very smart, formerly a loner. Crowpelt isn't necessarily very for Brisk's rules, and I think that she would want to help out anybody that she finds hurt. So we're going to proceed as normal. And it looks like they see signs of life. Alarmed, they help them back to camp, and the cat is grateful and decides to join Splinter Twig. Okay, so we're not going to be rolling for anybody. Also, I had cleared out the fresh kale and herbs, so we were starting fresh because this is Greenleaf. We're going to take a look at the new cat. There they are, Splinter Twig. She's really pretty. She's very young. She's a little strange. Formerly a kitty pet. I really like her. She's very pretty. Really pretty. Moon Nettle. Moon Nettle got a scar. So it doesn't look too serious. They don't seem to have any conditions that would keep them from being able to do anything. So it looks like they're just left with a scar and probably some like mental stuff too. So because we got so much, we got 39 pieces of prey. We have 14 left over. We're not going to roll for anybody. I am going to look for the cats though and let you know if I see anything interesting. So Snake Whisker is unsure of what the rest of the clan thinks of them as deputy. If we remember correctly, when Snake Whisker was originally made deputy, there was some cats that felt like that was a bad decision. So maybe they're feeling that way, especially with some of their blunders that they've been having recently, getting so injured by a fox, going face first into a badger den that they had heard there was a badger in there. So maybe they're just now realizing recently some more kick up has happened about whether or not they should have been chosen as deputy to begin with. It looks like Iris Clover wants to be chosen as the new deputy. If I'm not mistaken, this is not the first time Iris Clover has shown interest in wanting to be deputy, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. And just your average Sly Kit being the worst cat ever, they're making fun of Rock Streak's insecurities. Horned Tail wants to warn Dandelion Pelt. Now, this is making me feel like we should make Dandelion Pelt come out of retirement, and that's what the warning is about, is that Brisk is going to make it where the elders aren't allowed to retire anymore because she wants more cats being able to fight, despite them being so old that they just probably wouldn't be able to do a very good job. But yeah, she wants to warn Dandelion Pelt. And it looks like Doonshade yet again is seeing the future demise of some cat, this time it being Arkheart. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. So that's about everything that I saw. So yeah, it was a little hectic. We had a lot going on. So I'm going to end the episode here just to stop it at a nice even 4 moons, and we can go on to the next moon next episode. We go straight into it. Yeah, if you guys like the episode, make sure you like it. If you're not subscribed and you like my content, you should subscribe. I have lots of playlists with other clan generator videos in them. We currently have 4 clans going on the channel, and then also my stream exclusive clan. You can leave comments down below about any predictions, anything interesting that you saw, who your favorite cats are, and also what do you think is going on in relation to the other clans if you're keeping up to date with those ones. And that's gonna be it. So have a nice day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.